Dear students, we are going to see the chapter Agriculture. As you all know, agriculture is the primary occupation of our country. Now we are going to see the types of farming: primitive, intensive and commercial. These are the different kinds of farming practiced in different parts of our country. Let us see primitive subsistence farming in detail. It is practiced in small patches or small areas of land. They use primitive tools such as digging sticks and daw, and it is family labor oriented, or small amount of labor is required for primitive subsistence farming. They depend on monsoon or rain for water. It is otherwise called a slash and burn agriculture. Why? Because to retain the fertility of the soil, they will burn the patches of land. Intensive subsistence farming. It is practiced in highly populated areas to obtain more yield. They put high pressure on land by using high doses of fertilizers and other biochemical inputs. Most of the areas, irrigation is used in order to obtain high yield. Next, commercial farming. In commercial farming, high yielding variety of seeds or HYV seeds are used. Chemical fertilizers are used in order to obtain more yield. Plantation is the best example of commercial farming. Rubber estate, tea estates are examples of plantations. Let us see about plantation. Plantation is a type of commercial farming. It is planted on large scale of land. It is a capital intensive field. We need well developed transport and communication to do plantation kind of farming, and mostly migrant laborers will be working in plantation. The major plantation crops are rubber, tea, coffee and rice. Let us see different cropping patterns in India: Rabi, Kharif and Zaid. Now we will discuss about Rabi season in detail. The sowing season of Rabi crops is from October to December. The harvesting month is from February to April. The major crops are wheat, barley and peas. The areas are Punjab and Haryana. Kharif crops are grown with the onset of monsoon. The sowing season is between May to July. The harvesting season is from September to October. The major Kharif crops are rice, maize, jowar and bajra. The areas where the Kharif crops can be seen are Assam, West Bengal and Andhra Pradesh. Next is the Zaid season. It is a short season which comes between Rabi and Kharif season. The sowing months are April to June. The major crops are watermelon, muskmelon, cucumber, other vegetables, etc. And some other fodder crops are also grown in this season. Fodder crops are the crops which are used to feed animals, and variety of food and non-food crops are grown in our country depending upon the variations in soil, depending upon the variations in climate and cultivation practices. The major crops grown in our country are rice, wheat, millets, maize and pulses. Let us see about rice. Rice is a kharif crop which need high temperature above 25 degrees Celsius, high humidity and high rainfall of about 100 centimeter to grow. The major wheat producing states are Punjab, Haryana and some other plains in the northern part of our country and northeastern part of our country. Next we are going to see about wheat. Wheat is the second most important crop after rice. It is a rabi crop. It needs a cool growing season. Means at the time of growing the climate should be cool and bright sunshine is needed at the time of harvest, and rainfall must be between 50 to 75 centimeter. The major wheat producing areas are Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Rajasthan and some parts of Madhya Pradesh. So wheat is the second most important crop after rice. Next we are going to see about millets. Millets are small seeds used as cereals. They are also called coarse grains. They are rich in nutritional value. The major cereals are jowar, bajra and ragi. Jowar, it is a rain-fed crop and it is grown in moist areas. The major cereal producing states are Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh. Next we are going to see Bajra. You can see the picture of Bajra in this slide. Bajra grows very well in shallow sandy black soil. The major Bajra producing states are Gujarat, Haryana. Ragi is another important millet. It is rich in iron, calcium and roughage. Roughage, you all know, roughage is nothing but fiber. It grows well in red, black and sandy soil. The major ragi producing states are Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. Next we are going to see maize. Maize is treated as both kharif and a rabi crop. In some areas it grows as a kharif crop and in some areas it grows as a rabi crop. It is mainly fodder crop, that is, it is mainly used to feed animals, and the temperature needed for growth of this maize is 21 degrees Celsius to 27 degrees Celsius. It grows very well in old alluvial soil and it requires HYV seeds, that means high yielding variety seeds, needs fertilizers and irrigation for the growth of this plant. The major areas are Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh. Next we are going to see pulses. Pulses are also treated as kharif and also as rabi crop depending upon the areas where they grow. This pulses requires less moisture for their growth. Pulses are major sources of protein and they have given here the names of some pulses, urud, moong, masoor, etc. And pulses are called leguminous crop. Leguminous crops are nothing but the crops which have nitrogen fixing bacteria in their root. They will convert the atmospheric nitrogen and fix it into the soil so that the fertility of the soil will be increased. Next we are going to see sugarcane. Sugarcane grows well in tropical and subtropical areas. It needs hot and humid climate for its growth. The temperature should be between 21 degrees Celsius to 27 degrees Celsius and it needs an annual rainfall of 75 to 100 centimeter, and sugarcane grows in all varieties of soil. The major sugarcane producing states are Uttar Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, Karnataka and Punjab, and sugarcane is the major raw material for sugar industry. Now we are going to see oil seeds. The major oil seeds in our country are groundnut, castor and sesame. They are cultivated very widely in our country. Except groundnut, sesame and castor seeds are treated as kharif and rabi crop. Groundnut is purely kharif crop. The major uses of the oil seeds are cooking, eating, and it acts as a major raw material for soap, cosmetic and other medicinal industries. Now we are going to see tea. Tea is one of the major plantation crop and it is one of the important beverage crop of India introduced by the British people. This tea grows well in tropical and subtropical climate. It needs deep, fertile and well drained soil which should be rich in humus and organic matter. While the growth of the plant, frequent showers are necessary. It is a labor intensive field in the sense the growth of tea plant, or to maintain the growth of tea plant, we need abundant, cheap and skilled laborers, and the fresh tea leaves should be processed within the tea garden. Why? Because they cannot take it outside as this tea leaves lose their freshness. The major tea growing areas in India are Tamil Nadu, Kerala. Next we are going to see coffee. Coffee is one of the important plantation crop of India. Arabica variety or Plantation A variety produced in India is very famous for its quality. Like tea, coffee also needs warm and frost-free climate to grow. It also needs well-drained soil which is very rich in organic matter. Like tea, it is also a labor-intensive field, and the major areas where coffee is grown is Karnataka and Kerala. Now we are going to see about non-food crops. The major non-food crops are rubber and fiber crop. Now let us discuss about rubber. Rubber is an equatorial crop. It is grown in tropical and subtropical condition. It also needs moist, humid climate. The temperature should be above 25 degrees Celsius and rainfall should be above 200 centimeter. It also needs cheap and skilled labor like tea and coffee plantation. It grows well in Tamil Nadu. Now we are going to see about cotton. It is one of the major important fiber crop grown in our country. Other than cotton, we will grow jute, hemp and silk in our country. This cotton, jute and hemp are obtained from plants, whereas natural silk is obtained from silkworm, and the rearing of silkworms is called sericulture. Now let us see about cotton. Cotton is the kharif crop and it is one of the important raw material for cotton industry. Cotton crop needs 6 to 8 months for maturation and it grows very well in black soil. It needs high temperature and high rainfall for its growth. 210 days are necessary for the maturation of this cotton crop. It needs bright sun during the time of harvesting. The major cotton crop growing areas in our country are Maharashtra, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Uttar Pradesh, Punjab and Haryana. It is a highly commercial crop. Cotton is having high demand all over the country. Now we are going to see another important fiber crop called jute. It is called golden fiber. Jute needs high temperature during the growth and rainfall should be above 200 centimeter. It needs well drained fertile soil for its growth. Major jute producing countries are West Bengal, Bihar, Odisha, etc. Jute is used to produce gunny bags, ropes, mat, yarn, etc. And jute industry is facing now a stiff competition between synthetic fiber industry. To protect the jute fiber industry, government has adopted national jute policy. Now we are going to see another important or closure topic of this lesson, impact of globalization on agriculture. Actually, globalization was not new for Indians. It started at the time of colonization. British was very much attracted by our cotton growth pattern, and they felt that this cotton suit well for their textile industry. So slowly they started export of cotton from our country, and they forced farmers to cultivate indigo, which is a dye which is very major in industry, and this marked the beginning of Champaran movement in the year 1917 in Bihar, which you have read in history. And after globalization, or at the time of globalization, during the years of 1990, the farmers in India faced many new challenges. Indian farmers are facing stiff competition with foreign goods now. To avoid that, they must concentrate on organic farming, which is happening nowadays. Apart from that, they must diversify their cropping patterns, in the sense they have to try new crops, and also they have to cultivate high value crops which will help to improve or increase their income. So these are the major contents of this lesson, agriculture. Hope you all understood well. Thank you so much.